They said it couldn't be done. They said it wouldn't last. White man, black man. America F1. America F1 coming to you straight from San Francisco, California. Sherman Tillman, Michael Lawler. America F1.
All right. Another great show from America F1. Today we're going to talk about the Hungarian Hungry Review Show.
This is the worst season in a long time.
It's a really bad season. It really is. But what we'd like you to do is like, comment, subscribe to our channel.
This show is more exciting than these races.
This show is way better than the races that are going on. I'm going to tell you that right now. So we're on Spotify, Apple. You can watch us on YouTube. You can watch us on Amazon. Or not, you can't watch us on Amazon.
You got to pay for Amazon?
No, it's a podcast, so you listen to us.
Oh,
so you can listen to us wherever you get podcasts. And then you can watch us on YouTube, and you can see him in his gym clothes. I don't know why he's wearing his gym clothes.
Out today,
yeah. We got our new merch. Check it out. Look at that bomber jacket.
Do you see me with a bomber jacket on that costs $50? You didn't even give me one.
This great logo made by Big Red Bridge. Big Red Bridge.
Why are you?
Who's all of your logos. It does advertising. They did advertising for.
Did they pay us
for the Giants? They've done advertising for Cisco Systems.
Did they pay us for this spot?
Advertising for Oracle.
All right, anyways.
So whatever you need, go to bigredbridge.com and
let's get to the race.
They can do all your advertising and logo and campaign needs. Max wins by 33 seconds.
Who won?
Max Verstappen.
I never saw him on the TV. They never showed him.
You know what it's like? It's getting like Vettel 2013 when after the first corner, goodbye.
No,
Race over.
That's the 2004 season with Schumacher.
Everybody, thanks for coming. We'll see you later. I mean, it's insane. 33 seconds.
And he was just putting around, too. It wasn't like he was he's not. Didn't you say there was a bunch of memes?
There's a bunch of memes.
Having coffee, returning himself while he's driving the car, right the other way.
There's these memes. Max is driving, reading the paper. He's drinking coffee. He's like having like crumpets and tea.
That's the Ricky Bobby. Remember Ricky Bobby?
Yeah, what that was on Ricky Bobby?
Yeah, he was like he's so far ahead. He's drinking a good espresso,
and that's what it's becoming.
Okay. Anyways, the Red Bull showed up with a new intake.
Yeah.
That I guess worked because they won by 33 seconds.
Just don't.
Poor Lewis. He qualifies on the pole by what was it, like 0.003 of a second or something, and he just got passed by three people going into
turn one. 3 people into turn one. Well, Max pushed him wide. I mean,
no, Max
he did push him wide. But that's racing. It's racing.
He just drove underneath him and got the line.
He got a. Lewis didn't have the greatest of starts. It was a good start, but I think what he was saying, he had a little problem with the clutch. So he started a little late. And
when you spin the tires off the line, which is when they took the traction control, because back in the day when they had traction control, you just press the button and it would go.
Away you go.
Yeah, and there was never. It was and the way they have it now is these guys. I'm sure they practice like on this thing on the simulator
1,000 times for sure.
And Lewis doesn't like the simulator. He rarely ever does that crap.
Well, he said he's been doing the simulator a lot.
Well, he has to now because he doesn't have a car. But, and now we know why the McLarens are so good. I figured it out. It's because of the tires. I didn't know this, but Pirelli changed the tire compound in the middle of the season, which is insane.
But it's for cost cutting. They said
how they had to make new tires. How's that cost cutting?
I don't know. I don't know why they did that.
Oh my God!
Alonso was complaining about it too.
Of course, because they went from being the second best car to like behind the Ferraris and the Mercedes now. So,
well, Max Verstappen, that is for
Verstappen
Red Bull.
Is his name, not Steppen.
I just said Verstappen.
No, you said Verstappen.
We talked about this last show.
His name is Verstappen.
About you not correcting me. But just leave me be. Leave me be.
But you're saying it wrong, though.
Man.
If I was
you're saying it wrong.
if I was to call someone by their last name and call it wrong, I would expect you to correct me.
Supermax. So Supermax has won 7 races
In a row, right?
In a row, which ties Ascardi, which ties
Senna? Did Senna get one?
No, Schumacher, and obviously
Was Vettel get
Vettel, and also
Not even Lewis. Lewis didn't do that, did he?
Nico Rosberg.
That's right, 2016.
So he's shooting for 9, and the record holder is Sebastian Vettel, 2013, 9 races in a row. Red Bull
He
just
won 9 races.
9 races in a row,
Jesus.
2013. That's why I said after the first corner, Vettel would be bye-bye. Everybody, see you later.
Yeah,
But
that was the year he was in the lead on the first lap.
And gone.
And no, he pitted on the first lap and still won the race.
Yeah.
That was just like insane. That was like, in India, I can't believe they don't go there anymore.
But even in that dominant season of Sebastian Vettel, other teams would win.
No, this
season is bad because it doesn't seem like anybody else has a chance.
And remember, the Red Bull got like a whole bunch of fines and
yeah, wind
and-
tunnel, yeah.
no wind tunnel work. No, you're not even allowed to. You're not even allowed to do the what is it? Fluid dynamics is what the wind tunnel.
And
is
how
the
did that
computer.
all work out, Mike?
Well,
How'd that work out?
they cheated and got away with it.
They cheated and
That's the
basically
whole
got
point.
away with
That's
it.
the whole point to life is whoever cheats the best wins. I mean, that's basically what it comes down to.
So Red Bull beats the McLaren record of 11. Now they've had 12 wins in a row.
Well, didn't we say this after the first race? The world champion is
We
Max
did. We
Verstappen,
did say that.
and the Red Bull's going to win by a lot, not by a little. I mean, that the Mercedes. The thing about the Mercedes that ticks me off so much is how they got it so wrong.
They didn't listen to Lewis. That's why they got it.
No,
wrong.
that's not. That's,
No, that they didn't listen to Lewis.
I don't think they didn't listen to Lewis. Lewis just told him what he wanted, which is probably right. But
Yeah, he's
the
only
guy-
8-time world champion or 7.
yeah,
but
eight
eight,
time.
really. yeah.
Anyways, but the guy who designed these cars, and if you look at it, they did the 0 side pod deal.
Mm-hmm.
But now look at the Red Bull. It is a 0 side pod, except it's
Has little vents.
it's not this way. It's this way.
Yeah, they're going to a
Yeah,
side pod, and which is going to be awesome when they have totally no side pods.
Well, look at the-
and that will prove that they are a soft drink is better than a manufacturer.
Well, look at the
that manufactures.
You can look at the cars from the early '80s where they didn't have side pods. They only it was like a couple feet behind the driver. There was a very short space for the radiators.
Okay.
So they might someone I don't know, but every car looks like the goddamn Red Bull now. So
No, that's okay. What do you think about Checo, Mike? 3rd place. Pretty good comeback, right?
still not going to be. He's not going to be in that car next year. I think Ricciardo showed up and he did very
Charlie
good job.
didn't do that great.
Yeah, he did.
Again, he hit somebody in
No,
the back.
someone hit him.
Yeah, but he still hit somebody.
No, but someone hit him and then he hit somebody. That
Well,
wasn't his fault.
And he only finished a little bit ahead of Yuki.
Who is not going to be in Formula One next year?
No, he will because Honda backs him. That's
So
why he's
what?
going to be back in.
Honda isn't a manufacturer anymore.
They're
really.
using Red Bull's still using their
Yeah.
powertrain.
Yeah, I guess so.
So he's not going anywhere.
Well, I have yet to
Face
figure
this reality.
I have yet to
Face
figure
this
out
reality.
what is up with Honda.
Yuki is
Yukai
not
is
going
probably his name.
anywhere. He's not going anywhere. He's
Okay,
good.
The other thing is, why did Red Bull go with Ford? But Ford isn't going to make their engines. They're going to make their own engines.
That's strange. Ford?
Yeah. Well, Ford's they probably gave him $100 million.
They probably gave him
Oracle gives them $100 million a year to put Oracle on the car for it's a
Did
5-year
you read when they rebadge the Honda powertrain to Red Bull Racing? They spent a reported $1 billion
They
for
can
this
afford it.
powertrain.
They can afford it. They're Honda.
But now they're going to Ford. So that $1 billion wasted.
I don't know, but they won the championship 3 years in a row. So
Gonna win again.
yeah, and they're probably going to win.
They'll
next
win
year.
next year probably.
That's
why-
I mean, unless Mercedes, because they got James Allison back as the
Which
technical-
is made a big difference.
made a well, not really because
That's made a big
I think a lot. I
difference.
think a lot of the stuff that they brought to the car.
Oh, here we go with the technicals.
It was
a
already
lot of stuff.
It was
Like, what did they bring, Mike?
Like a brand new car. What are you talking about?
Yeah, like
new
what?
wings, new floors, new side pods. All that stuff was in the pipeline, though.
That's what the audience wants to hear. They don't want to hear they brought a bunch of new stuff.
They brought a bunch of stuff.
What do you think? So Hamilton, what do you think? Do you think?
Oh, he's you can see how angry he is. He's like, he has a car that doesn't work. He's out. You see him sliding the car all over the fucking place, which is not what he does. Look at Max. Evan's steering wheel. He's like a robot. He's like.
Do you think they should have went with soft tires, Mike?
No, I don't.
Everybody was in the beginning.
Nothing anybody could do yesterday would.
But I'm just saying, just to maybe cement second place, because once, all right, we both knew Max was going to pass Hamilton. We both knew that. If he didn't get him off the start, if he didn't get him off the first turn, as soon as DRS was open, that was going to be a done deal. We both knew that. But Norris,
that McLaren, they're so lucky.
But
they
Norris,
changed. What about him?
Don't you think if they'd went on softs, I mean, he'd have had a little bit more grip, he could have staved off Norris? What do you think? No.
Norris was that the McLaren since they changed the tire compound in the middle of the goddamn season, which is 90% of the performance.
Right.
Anyways, that car all of a sudden it went from being like a second a lap slower than the Red Bull to 0.2 of a lap slower than the Red Bull, which is a
huge jump.
You never see that.
You never see that in the season.
So
never.
I don't know what the McLaren team. I guess they paid Pirelli to come up with a new tire for them.
Good for them.
Something.
I'm happy to see
this
McLaren
is
up
crazy.
there.
How could they do it? You're gonna in the middle of the season. You're gonna come with a brand new tire comp. It's just insane.
And even Pastrami, he finished in
Fourth,
fifth. So Hamilton
Don't you
had
have the list of the.
I do. It's right there. Hamilton had a bad start.
No, you have the list of the who.
Ciao. Yes. So Hamilton got swallowed up. Verstappen pushed him, and then Norris snuck through. Pastrami snuck through.
And then one of the Ferraris got through, right?
No. And we'll get to this, but Sainz made up 5 places, and that's another thing we're going to talk about. These.
Well, I mean, the driver of the day is
Ferrari.
definitely Checo. I mean, he went from 12th to 3rd, right?
I think 13th to 3rd.
No, 12th. Was it 12th?
I think it was 13th.
Oh, you got the list?
You got the list.
I don't have the list.
Look on your phone.
I'm
Anyhow,
not looking on the line.
it doesn't really matter. He had a good race. Lewis was catching him at the end. I don't think Lewis would have caught. Well, he would have caught him with a couple more laps. But man, after the first 2 laps, I was bored. I really was.
Like nothing happened in this race. Nothing.
No crashes, no safety car.
Okay, my boy,
no virtual safety car.
My boy Sargent, he had another rookie mistake at the end of the race yesterday.
Yeah,
which is fine. It's like he's gonna make mistakes.
Yeah.
But he did a lot better.
He's getting better.
He did a lot better this weekend. He did a lot better in the last race.
You can see an improvement with Sargent.
Like a lot. Like not a little, like a lot. Like
no.
I'm like shocked. Because usually when these guys show up in Formula One and they don't do well, then they don't get better. And this guy got better. So it's like something happened.
One thing, you made a good apology for Logan Sargent last week. And I can say that this week I noticed a difference in him, and he does seem to be getting a grasp of.
And he was like he was right there with Albon the whole time. They're like maybe a tenth apart. That's exactly what you want.
Yeah. I mean, Albon's a better driver.
I don't know, but we don't know now. I don't think Albon's a better driver. He might. He's only a tenth off him now, so it's like, who knows? We're going to Spa next week, so that.
But Albon is shutting him out in the qualifying.
Oh well,
it's a shutout.
I don't. He's a rookie.
It's 11-0.
You don't. Who cares? It's
I care.
All I'm saying is he got better, and to get better in Formula One in your rookie season,
I think
is almost impossible. So
but
that's what
Oscar's doing better too. Oscar.
No, he was always he's always been touted as a really good driver. So
yeah, but he's getting trounced in qualifying. I think it's 10-1 for Norris, or it's either 10-1 or 9-2. I think it's 10-1.
I don't think it really matters because he's not the number one driver. You saw what they did, McLaren.
They did. They gave the preferential treatment to Lando, and he was behind. But
that's that because he's not. Like I said, there is a number one driver and a number two driver. You do not want your number two driver to be ahead of your number one driver. That's not how this works. This is a team.
So
people don't comprehend. They think all these drivers are 2 guys on the same team. That's not true. They are 2 drivers. And I'm sure in these contracts it says You will move over when we tell you to move over. It's
Yeah.
like, and you.
Well, he didn't have to move. They just gave him a better.
No, they let him pit earlier.
They let him pit earlier, and he had a really great outlap.
And it's the famous line ever: "Your teammate's faster than you," and that means move the F over.
I mean, Norris had better pace because Hamilton was behind Oscar and passed him on track. So Norris did have good pace, and Hamilton had better pace than Oscar. So
Yeah, and Russell didn't have the best race either.
well, he had a great race. He finished in 6th.
But where did he start?
He started. Remember, he didn't make it out of Q1, Mike.
What?
Yes, he didn't make it to Q2. So he had a great race. Again, I'm not a fan of his interviews. I'm just not a fan of his interviews.
You have to hate somebody.
Not a fan.
Okay.
Stop hating on Lewis. Let's go. Instead of doing our 20-1 like we normally do, since we have other things to talk about on this show.
Yeah, your daughter stole our microphones.
Yeah, don't blame her.
And
don't blame her.
she graduated to college, right?
She did.
And she ain't got no job.
Man,
Babysitting is not a job.
Let's not talk about my daughter. Leave her alone.
Get her a job.
Good girl. Good girl.
All right.
She's doing her thing. Don't listen to this knucklehead. All right.
How old is she now?
10-1. Instead of going 21 today, we're going to go 10-1. And instead of going individually, since all the teams basically were like close together, we're just going to go by teams. Aston Martin, Stroll in 10th, Alonso in 9th.
That's 2 and 1 point, right?
That's 2 and 1 point.
Yeah, so that's 3 points. So the Aston Martin got screwed because of the tires.
Yeah.
Because remember, they came in 2nd and 3rd every race until they changed the goddamn tires. And now all of a sudden they're like in the weeds again. So.
Yeah.
But they got their new factories open, so
okay.
That's look that up on.
What do you think of their hat that you got?
Oh, I like that hat.
You like that hat?
Yeah, I like that.
Pretty
hat.
smooth, huh?
Sherman got it for free. That's why I get it. Anyways, I want to say that the Williams team.
You think they're gonna catch?
I don't know. They just hired a technical director because they haven't had one since James Vowles. Vowles, is that his name? He took over the team this year, and he was at Mercedes forever. And that car is fast in a straight line. So if they can get somebody in there who knows how to put some downforce in the goddamn car, because remember, it's always a compromise. You have to go fast down the straightaways, but you have to be able to drive through the center of the corner. That's why the Red Bulls really is a different car this year and the last year too, where the car is faster on the straightaways than because it used to be the downforce. Because Newey's always been really good on downforce, but I guess they figured out something with the engine and the package. But the Williams team, I don't know.
New livery coming up for Spa, baby.
Ooh, I like the one they did at the British where they put the British flag on and silver. That was cool.
But this new
are they doing the golf
livery's coming.
Yeah, that's gonna look dope.
Oh yeah,
but golf ain't gonna. They're not a big enough sponsor to be on the car all the time.
Well, it's going to be on the car for, I think, 3 races.
3 races?
So
okay.
I'll see it in Mazda.
Well, see, that's what I hate about the Alpine car. I like it when it has all the pink.
Yes.
I don't like the blue. I don't like the blue on the car.
I really, at first, didn't like the pink, but when I see this blue...
You could see it, though.
I like the pink.
The pink car, you can really see it on the track.
Yeah.
Like that's why I hate the Mercedes being not silver and being black.
I like the black.
It looks good, but you can't see the car on the track that well, though.
In Ferrari, we had
Ferrari.
Carlos Sainz was 8th. Charles Leclerc was 7th. Now here is my Ferrari take, and we all know I like the red team. I like the red.
You know
color.
the silly season is going to start this weekend.
I like Ferrari, but I just can't stand this strategy. I just can't stand it. So Carlos Sainz was on the softs. All the front runners were on the mediums. He picked up 5 places on the first lap. He is flying. Who's ahead of him, Mike?
Who?
Guess who's ahead of him? Just take a guess.
Ahead of who?
Oh, Carlos Sainz. Who's ahead of him? Who's his next guy to pick off? Who's next?
Leclerc?
Of course. So Leclerc is on mediums. Sainz, who's just passed 5 people, is on softs. He is flying. He asked the team, "Hey, can we have Leclerc move? Can we have Charles move?
No.
So I can keep going?" And they're like, "We're thinking about this. We're looking at it. We're looking at it, Carlos. And then he goes, oh, okay. And I'm like, it's obvious Carlos is faster. What is the objective in Formula One, Mike? What's the objective?
I have no idea.
To win the damn race.
When it's
To win the damn race is the objective. Now, and if you can't win, you're trying to get as many places up the line as you possibly can. If you got a guy on softs, that means he's on a different strategy than the guy on mediums. So you let him pass up Leclerc. If he can keep moving forward, you let him do it. If he can't, then you can change him later. What I didn't like is Leclerc had a 9-second pit stop. 9 seconds.
Ooh, the Red Bull had a 1.9 second pit stop.
Yeah, they did. They're awesome. Red Bull and Williams are just in a different league in pit stops.
1.9 seconds. That's crazy.
So he has 9 seconds. He also has a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. Does Carlos Sainz finish in front of him? No. That's
Ferrari,
not. That's stupid.
Ferrari needs to go out and. This is what I keep telling everybody.
Stupid.
The Alpine team needs to fire their Omar, and they need to fire both of their drivers. Get Vettel, put him back in the car. Get Ross Brawn to run the team, and that team would win everything.
Look, Ferrari, and I'm tired of saying this every week.
What?
Get your shit together.
Oh,
It's not in qualifying. It's in the race.
Schumacher is.
Look, I'm coming to the race in Monza. I love Ferrari. I can't wait to be around all these great Ferrari fans. You better get it together.
Okay, what's next on the agenda?
You better get it together. We got Merc. We got
Merc?
George Russell, Mercedes-Benz AMG. Mercedes-Benz AMG. We have George Russell in 6th place.
Patronus.
And we have Sir Lewis Hamilton in 4th place.
He's a Sir now?
He's been a Sir for a couple years, Mike. Right. Get on the program.
What?
What do you have to say?
They didn't win. I'm like, there was, even though Lewis qualified on the pole, and of course he got, and I said this on a show recently, I don't think Lewis will ever win a race again. Isn't that a horrible thing to say?
Yeah, it is. But
it doesn't, unless he gets lucky.
It doesn't look like anyone's going to win this
race.
year.
No.
And
the Red Bulls got to run into each other like the Mercedes did in 2016.
So here's the problem with that. It does seem like the FIA has stepped in and secretly told there was something on this DRS, obviously. Because the DRS is nowhere near as fast for Red Bull as it was in the beginning of the season.
Yeah, it is. They opened the thing and it's over.
But it's not as fast as it was. I mean,
well,
they were really...
We all know that all these teams are cheating. They always are.
But when is the time that the other team starts saying, hey, like they did to Mercedes, this is not a good show. Something needs to be done. We can't have this team dominating like that.
Well,
no one wants to watch that.
They went to these stupid ground effects cars that don't work. I keep saying to everybody, take the goddamn wings off the car, give them super, super soft tires, and have at it. But even saying that, the Red Bull, the Mercedes, or the Ferrari are going to figure it out the best. That's what always happens.
Christian Horner was whining about
That's all
Mercedes every year. This is not a good show. No one wants to watch this. We have to have some competition. It's about competition. If you're just going to let them
even
use
though his
whatever they
team's
want,
dominating the championship.
So he would complain about Mercedes time and time again. And how many times did Mercedes come up with something and then the FIA says, "Oh no, you can't use that. Oh no, you can't use this front wing. Oh no, you can't use that back wing. Oh no, you can't use that." What was that called when they had the steering wheel that would move out? For that 1 year, remember that?
It did because the cars raked like
right.
that. And
what was that called? What do you remember? What that was called?
The rack? No, that was the old. No, I forget what it was called.
Had a name, and
they only let them do it for a year.
1 year, and they got rid of that. But yet,
because it wasn't a movable part, that was the whole thing.
Right.
That's why they got away with it.
But then they banned it. But yet, look at Red Bull. What have they banned from Red Bull? What have they done?
It was only good for when you were warming your tires up. That's the only thing it was good for.
Fine. That's what they need on the hard tire. Yeah. Their hard tire takes a long time to fire up, so they need that now.
Anyways, what's next on the?
So, Norris broke Max's trophy.
What?
Yes, you didn't see that?
When?
Come on, you didn't. You did not see that.
What were they up on the?
So they're up on the stage. You know, Norris has this way of opening up his champagne.
Yeah.
So instead of like you and me, we would open it at the cork and it would pop up. He hits it on the ground and it explodes up in the air. So the trophy.
Oh, no. Was it glass or something?
They said the trophy cost 60,000 euros. 60,000.
And now it's in pieces.
And now it's in pieces.
Was it glass?
They want Lando to pay for it.
And Lando's like, yeah, okay, just send me
So
the
it's
bill.
sitting up here on a pedestal. Lando hits it on the floor. It shakes the little pedestal. Yeah. And as the champagne sprays in the air, the trophy falls to the ground and breaks in two. And then Lando, he's spraying it. He looks down and he's like, hey! And so people are like, Lando has to stop doing that. He can't be doing that.
He can do whatever the fuck he wants when he gets on the podium.
Blah. Exactly.
At least he's not drinking his champagne out of his shoe like Ricciardo does. Oh,
that's
so
two second places in a row for Lando.
Yeah, but
is he going to win a race this year?
The tires.
Is he going to win a race?
If the Red Bull breaks,
that's the only way. That's the only way anyone's going to win.
What's next on the itinerary?
Well, the new regulations for 2026 came out.
There's not. They haven't finalized anything yet. They're just.
No, they voted on it and say, this is what it's going to be.
What are they going to do?
It's going to be a little bit smaller car. It's going to.
Oh, that's a good idea because the cars are too big now.
They're going to have more of a reliance on electrical power.
Sherman doesn't like the idea of no sound.
If this sounds like Formula E, I'll be done.
Yeah, whatever. You're still going to watch every race.
I see a race and the sound goes like that, I'm done. I'm done, Mike. I'm done. And I think a lot of fans are with me. You better keep that sound. I like the V8 coming back.
It's not a V8 though. It's just going to be a V6 twin turbo with a
battery
pack.
I want a V8.
They're not going.
And I don't want the drink V8. I want a V8 engine.
They're not going to bring back a V8. They might go. Who knows? They might go to a V4.
No.
Well, that's what they had in the 80s. They had the V4.
I don't want a V4.
Oh, they sounded wicked, dude, with the twin turbos back there.
Really?
It was loud. It was loud.
I do need more sound, though. I need more sound. And here's another thing. Who cares about sustainability when we're talking motorsports? Burn the fuel, man. People, it's motorsport.
I think it would be cool if they brought back refueling, but they're not going to.
No one cares about, we're going to be sustainable by 2030. No one's coming to the race to because you're sustainable fuel. Okay? Nobody cares.
All the car manufacturers are going to electric. Aston Martin in 2025 will be all electric. All their cars.
If I can't go from San Francisco to LA without stopping for 30 minutes.
You can.
No, you have to stop. No, you have to stop. You have to you have to fuel up the
Why
electrical
would you drive to LA when you could fly? What is wrong with you?
Because I go on family vacations. This is what you wouldn't know about. I know. You don't know about family vacations, okay? Because you don't have any kids. All right?
That I know about.
or no wife. So, when you have that thing, you take family vacations because you're with your family. And it's actually...
They make him go to stupid Disneyland, right?
We just got back from there again for the 20th
That looks
time
like the worst place in the world for
when you
adult.
hear so you come in Disneyland.
I've been to Disneyland.
Okay, and then you hear the little bells coming from the cable cars. That's your money leaving your wallet.
Because how much does it cost per person to get into that bitch?
It's 120. They had.
Are you out of your mind?
No, they had
per person.
Yes, per person, family of 5. That's $600 right there.
Jesus Christ!
They had, and you don't just stay for one day. You have to be there for 2 or 3 days.
How many hookers you can get for $600? Jesus Christ!
So it's funny. You walk in through. As soon as I hear the ding, 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 I go, there's my money leaving my pocket.
Oh my God. When we went skiing with Zeki and Rob a couple months ago, they went up to the counter and they're like, we don't even want to know how much this costs. Just put it on the card. I was like, skiing's expensive now. It's insane. It's like $200 or $300 for a day.
We were in Tahoe. It's the summer. There was a bear. Did I show you that picture?
A bear?
A bear came. So the kids and my wife, they're at the swimming pool. a bear comes through the gate and is walking by the swimming pool.
Just like, what's up?
Hey, what's up? Looking for food. Then later on, at a restaurant, it comes up and it goes to the counter. It comes up on its hind legs like you would put your hands on a counter. And the bear is doing that, waiting for food.
And they gave him food?
Oh, yeah. You better believe they gave him food. You better believe it.
That's awesome.
It's like either you're going to give me food or you're going to be
I was
the
up
food.
in Yosemite one time. Yosemite.
Yosemite.
And all I hear is one of my girlfriend's friends screaming. She was taking a cooler, you know, like the little igloo ones with the handle, and she went to go put it out, and the bear took it out of her hand and ran away with it. I was like, oh, it's the funniest shit
And I
ever.
bet you the bear knew how to open it, too.
Yeah, but those are tame bears. They're not like they're as long as they're not grizzly bears. Grizzly bears are the ones you got to worry about.
Right.
It's the brown bears are usually pretty tame.
Yeah. Brown and black, right? They're family friendly.
And you don't want to mess with a polar bear, but we're not anywhere near a polar bear country. So, okay, what's the next?
So, what's coming up for? Do you have anything to babble about today, or do you want to do any conspiracy?
It's going to be Spa. It's going to be next weekend. It's going to be
this weekend coming up, baby.
I love Spa though, but it's like it's the best.
That first turn,
it's the best track.
One kid died again this year.
Oh, that's right.
On the first turn.
He died on the first turn.
You know that they come up that high speed.
You're talking about En Rouge.
Yeah. So
he died there.
Yeah, just like the other kid.
A couple years ago.
Yeah, a couple years ago died.
The French kid.
Yeah, but it's the same thing.
It was one of the. Was it the same thing?
It's the same thing with like F2, F3, like newer.
Yeah, you can't. You have to.
Less experienced drivers are getting killed.
The problem with En Rouge is it's a flat corner. You can't
see, right?
You don't. It's a blind, but you go up and like this, and when you get to the top of it, that's where people have an issue. Mm-hmm. And
because they can't see, or
no, they're going so goddamn fast. It's flat. It's a flat. I mean, when I mean it's flat
out.
You're all the way down on the accelerator pedal. It's not that big of a deal, but if you make the tiniest bit of a mistake, and he died on the first lap, right?
Yeah. Well, I don't know if he died on the first lap, but I don't remember what lap he died.
But what happens is people are going so fast, and then if you get sideways like that, and someone T-bones you like that, it's good night. You know,
there's nothing they can do.
It's like that's why auto racing is not safe. Even in karting, you could. I mean,
that's true.
I never feared of dying. I feared of hurting myself. Like your back will get hurt. Your rib, you will definitely do a rib problem here or there. But that was the thing they always said. One of the guys always said up there, he's like, we're at any time someone could get airlifted out of here.
Well, so. That's the thing about auto racing. It can't be 100% safe.
No, it's never.
It's never going to be that.
It's safer,
right?
But you could still, I mean, especially Formula One when they went to put the halo on it or whatever the hell.
It became a lot safer.
Everybody bitched about it until one guy should have died.
Romain Grosjean should have died too.
No.
Also.
It was a GP2 race, and a guy drove over, and there's a big old tire mark on the halo thing. From that moment on,
everybody's fine with it.
Lewis
Hamilton,
we're good.
With Verstappen, driving on his head.
That would not have been.
That wouldn't have been good.
But if you see the cars from the '80s and even the '90s, the cars here, and they're from here up here is just
their head.
And if you see it now, they're in the car.
Right. And but that's one of the things they also complain about is the visibility of these new cars.
So what?
So they have bad visibility.
They can't see behind them. You don't want to
get this little mirror.
Yeah, but the mirrors are bigger this year.
Yeah, they got a mirror. There it is right there.
Yeah, okay.
I can see you.
Okay, what's next?
That's it.
Really?
That's it for the show.
Well, we have one more show, and then we have the summer break.
We do.
We got a month off.
What are we going to do in that month?
Nothing. We're going on vacation.
We're going on vacation?
You going on vacation?
I don't know. Am I?
You're a firefighter. You can take any time you want off, right?
No, you have to.
Well, I wanted to go to the Amsterdam race. But I can't go because
why don't you go anywhere?
Well, I can't because I can't get the time off because I have.
What you can use that money for? Paying me some of the money back.
Well, if you ever tell me how much money I owe
do that.
You're supposed to be you're the CEO of our corporation.
I don't know why.
And he bitches every week about you owe me money. I'm like, well, how much do I owe you?
I'm gonna write it down.
He's never gonna write it down.
I'm gonna do it. I just have to get to it. I'm a busy man, Mike. I'm a busy man.
Okay. Sorry. Spas next week.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
All right, you
This is
drink
the-
some water.
I got water.
All right.
This is the best track. This and Monza are my two favorite tracks.
Yeah. Who's gonna win, Mike?
I think Hulkenberg's gonna win.
No.
Boy, Magnussen is like his.
What is wrong with him? By the way,
nothing. It just shows you how good Hulkenberg is, and
He's getting obliterated.
well, he's gonna be out that car next year. So.
I think so.
But he's only on a 2-year deal, and then he'll just go to IndyCar, so he's good. But
yeah, 'cause
anyway,
he's getting obliterated. I mean, he's qualifying destroyed, race destroyed. It's
so
not
we're going
even
to
close.
the most difficult track is Spa. It's the most from a driver's point of view.
High speed, most difficult.
High speed. There's two corners. The two corners, En Rouge and Puhan, it's the double apex corner in the middle of the track. It's even on the video game, you can't take it flat out. But these guys in the cars nowadays almost can do it flat out. And it's like it's so fast. So the Red Bulls are just going to dominate. But I think the Williams are going to be good this week.
I think Williams will be good. I look to Albon to qualify definitely in the top.
Oh, you know what we're
6
gonna
or
do?
7.
You know what we're gonna do
What?
on the break? We're gonna take Sherman up and teach him how to drive a race car.
Don't start that again. I would love to go.
No,
up
you're
there.
going. I'm gonna call the guy.
Yeah, you're gonna call the guy, and you know what else
How
you
old?
can do?
Your son's 12, right?
Yeah, and you
Okay,
can
we
pay
can-
for it.
Oh, you're paying for
No,
it.
because you owe me money.
Well, if you ever tell me how
I'm
much money I
gonna
owe
tell you, and then you can pay for me and my son.
I don't know about that, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah. Tell a friend, tell a fireman. Open up your wallet, buddy.
Oh, and I have to go to Yosemite for the day. You want to go to Yosemite?
Yosemite, and I would love to go, but it's so crowded in the summer.
Oh, he's got a campground.
Who does?
Scott.
Is he there right now?
We got to pick up his wife. No, he's gonna go. I said the 13th or the 14th. They're gonna be there for 6 days. I'm just going for the day.
Well, that we have to go with my whole family because they like Yosemite too.
We'll work it out.
I'd love to go to Yosemite.
Yeah, I'll call
yeah,
Scott.
let's do it.
I'll call Scott.
Do you have camping equipment, or how are we going
I
to
got
sleep?
a tent.
But
I only
what
wanna
about
go
I
for
have a
the
family
day.
of 5?
I only want to go for the day though.
That's a 3-hour drive.
4-hour drive.
A 3-hour
Maybe 2
drive.
days. Scott wants to go on a 4-mile walk or something.
Huh?
It
better not be hot. If it's blazing hot, I ain't doing that, bro.
Sherman's like, I'm gonna be sitting there with some beers.
Yeah, I'm gonna sit with the beer and look at nature.
Okay, well, we will see you next week, and then we're gonna take a month off, and
We
then we'll
are
be back.
gonna. Well, no, I think we should do like a greatest race or something like that. Or something
Maybe we'll
like
do
that.
something.
Yeah, we'll
but,
do something.
But it's the summer break, so everyone gets to take a break.
Yeah, but we're gonna do probably one show over the break, just because, to keep the audience entertained.
And
maybe,
on that
maybe
note-
we'll do. Wait, maybe we'll do a bunch of shorts.
We can do that.
We do a bunch of shorts. So on that note, remember to like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends, and support our channel, please, because we are an independent channel. We don't have this big corporate entity over us.
We have our
helping
CEO
us,
over here, that's it.
doing everything. We don't have like a guy with the camera and the guy who does the editing. I do all that. All he does is show up and talk, and everything else comes from yours truly. So keep on racing, everybody.
Ciao, ciao.
Don't press the button yet. Why? Because it's not. Yeah, okay.
Now press it.